It's Animal Kingdom Day. We took the 7:15 bus from Shades of Green to the Animal Kingdom. It was such an early morning for us. Ready for Animal Kingdom?
No.
We're here for early access hours starting at 7:30, and we're hoping to get into Pandora and have at least one ride done before the park opens for the day. Pandora wasn't open last time we were here, and we were so excited to finally see it. Our first ride of the day was the Flight of Passage, and it was an amazing ride, but if you get motion sick easily, you might want to sit out. The line starts outside in Pandora and winds you through a cave-like setting that eventually brings you to the lab. After you pass through the lab, you'll get ready to load up and fly a Banshee. We just did the Flight of Passage. I got a little bit motion sick, then liked it.
Wasn't bad.
We left Pandora for the time being, and we're going to get Starbucks and hang out by the Tree of Life while we eat breakfast. Right.
Where's my stuff
Just like lower. We got Starbucks, now we're hanging out by the Tree of Life. We might go try the safari ride next.
cereal.
That is, I'll be your safari guide for your adventure out there today.
I know, right? Just a few things to remember though before we enter the Harambe Wildlife Reserve is for your safety, the safety of those around you and the animals here at the reserve. Please remember to remain in your seats at all times, hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. You drop something over the side, let it go, and let me know. So we're going to pause here for just a moment, wait for clearance from the warden before we enter the reserve, and while we're waiting, you can take a look at the wildlife spot. All right, a lot of activity over on our left-hand side, and there's some activity on our right. Okay, if you look over to the right-hand side, you're going to see an okapi. The stripes of the okapi along the legs and hind quarter make us think about zebras. However, they're actually more closely related to the giraffe. Now, the pink-backed pelican have an impressive wingspan between 7 and 9 feet wide. They are called pink-back because they do have a light pink coloration along their back and sides. It's very pale, but it does become more prominent during their mating season. And right there, also on our left-hand side, right-hand side, some hippos in the water, right by the tree stumps in the water there. And just under the water there. And then if you look over to our left-hand side, another couple hippos over here. Now when grouping the hippos all together, that's called a bloat. There are some that are on the shore right there. All right, I do need everyone to sitting down. Remember, that was one of our rules. No standing, please, for your safety, of course. All right, and then the Nile crocodile. Now, the Nile crocodile are the opposite of a herbivore. They are carnivores. They are meat eaters. for the Maasai giraffe, researchers estimate that there are between 9 and 12 different species of giraffe. And the Maasai with the rough-edged patterns that we're seeing today, they are just one of those. Left-hand side, African painted dogs. I see a couple by the tree and another one moving around. Now the African painted dogs are not like dogs that we're used to at home, care of each other. But this is really super cool. Over here, the Hartmann's Mountain Zebra, you'll see the young one. The young ones that we are seeing on the savannah today, they are about 6 months old now. They're female and they were born within a couple days of each other. The average gestational period for a zebra is about 1 year. After that, they'll spend 10 months with mama as they wean and learn to become more independent. Now, the Hartmann Mountain zebras and the wildebeest and the sable antelope, for example, those are all grazers, eating things that are lower to the ground with their flat upper legs, and their arms are strong and powerful and can be used for protection if a predator comes too close. Their necks also contain 7 vertebrae. Well, amazingly, so do our necks. But the giraffe's vertebrae are a lot larger than what we have. I'm watching you. This is the, on the right hand side, the other young zebra. A grouping of giraffes all together, they're called towers, and that's easy to remember because they are tall, pretty dazzling, and when you see a group of them all together, they are called a dazzle. Over here on our right hand side, this is a Patterson's eland. The Patterson eland is the largest. Oh, and on our left, mandrills. So African elephants can be identified by the shape of their ears, which roughly resemble the owl, using them to grip and grab onto things. And then over on our opposite side, mandrills with the red and blue markings on their face. Elephants by the baobab tree. But you know, warthogs, they have ivory tusks too. Those are small and sharp, and they use them to help dig out their burrows. But hippos, the baobab tree is sometimes referred to as a tree of life, and that is because it has that unique ability to provide water. Look over to your left-hand shoulder. As I come around the corner, there's an elephant approaching the water. Over on the left here. So on the left-hand side to the greater flamingos. If you were exploring in the village earlier, you may have seen the lesser flamingos. These are greater flamingos. And a grouping of flamingos is called a flamboyance. But when flamingos are born, they are gray because they haven't yet had an opportunity to consume or eat any of the brain shrimp just yet. For movement and navigation. All right, spotting eyes on, up in the distance. Just beyond the hill, I've seen a cheetah moving around. So we're going to have to keep... Oh, 3 right in a row. Look at that. There they are, coming a little bit closer. Now, unfortunately, there are only about 7,000 cheetahs remaining in the wild currently. Cheetahs are the fastest cats, reaching speeds between 60 and 70 miles an hour. And they do, oh, 2 more. Right over here on our left-hand side again, coming a little bit closer out of the tree line there. A lion up there too.
How do they keep these out in the wild?
Now, like most domesticated cats, lions spend a majority of their day lying around. Yeah, nap times are around 16 to 18 hours of ours. Male lions are responsible for protecting territory. Female lions look to the last burrow, and just above, I see 3 warthogs. They kind of look like little furry boulders, but they're right there above that last burrow. the horns on the white rhino. Those are really awesome. They are on the roof. Now, Nigerian dwarf goats, they are popular. They are smaller than traditional cattle. They take up less land space and can be a resource for milk and cheese. Apparently, they're very good climbers, too.
We have a fast-paced time for the Navi River journey back in Pandora, so we are slowly making our way over and taking in all the sights.
Wild Starbucks.
Where are we going?
And then on the ride, Pandora.
Navi River Rapids ride.
That's the one.
The Navi River ride was super fun, although a little bit quick. Now we're going to wander through Asia until we happen upon Expedition Everest. That didn't sound very good.
It sounded like rock and stuff. It was in the floorboards. Good. I feel positively grateful.
After disembarking Expedition Everest, we were drawn back to Pandora for lunch. Originally, we'd planned to stop at the Nomad Lounge right before lunch, but they had an hour wait. We put our names on the walk-up list and wandered over to the Satu'li canteen. I got the cheeseburger bao buns and Ben got the combination bowl with beef and chicken. I had pretty low expectations for it being a fast service restaurant, but the food was really good. We got the text to head over to the Nomad Lounge and got a great seat outside by the Discovery River. Ben ordered a tempting tigress, which is bourbon, allspice, and lime, and I got a leaping lizard that has pineapple rum and mango juice. The afternoon siesta was much needed. It's starting to get really hot out now, and I think the perfect ride for this is the Kali River Rapids. What do you think the odds of us getting soaked are?
Probable.
You've already got the backpack in front of you. This is nothing. I've never noticed the water. Oh my god. I don't remember that.
Oh boy.
We just did the Kali River Rapids and we're completely soaked, so we're going on the jungle trek. We have a fast pass to Dinosaur after this, so we have to make our way over that way. As we were going by, we noticed that the wait time for Kilimanjaro Safari was really short, so we decided to go for a second round.
Vehicle at all times. Please make sure we also stay seated as well, because it does get a little bumpy out here on the reserve. And if you lose anything off this truck, please let me know. And right above you is going to be an animal spotting guide, and those are some of the animals we may be able to spot today here on the reserve. And pink-backed pelicans during their mating season get a pink stripe on their back. Both the males and the females get this pink stripe, and it's sort of like a blush. It's how they find their mate. Well, you'll see this hippo over here. Alright, I don't want you on me. Starting to head into the savannah here, you're going to notice that these animals can actually go wherever they would like, and that includes crossing the street and staying in the street. Both happen pretty often here. I know we may see some animals way off in the distance. I promise I'll talk about them when we get a little bit closer to them, but I'm going to talk right over tribes. But they weren't used to help pull supply or anything. They were just a sign of wealth. So the more Coley cattle you have, the wealthier it is, because they have that white underbelly with those super large black stripes on their back legs. A group of zebra is called a dazzle. The sun pretty much hits on all of them, and that goes for the giraffes as well, which I do see some coming up here to our left. So when a giraffe is born, they're actually born up to about 6 feet tall. Giraffes actually only need about 30 minutes of sleep a day. I lay down lots of times here on the reserve because they feel really safe. We do have the Maasai giraffe here, so I can't see the lions. It seems like they came out, but I promise I'll talk about the rhinos first. So a group of rhinos is called a crash. And they do physically crash into one another, and that's because they don't have a great sense of eyesight, but they have a great sense of hearing and smell. Actually means foolish. See those rhinos just a little bit better. And those ostriches. But unfortunately, white rhinos are critically endangered due to those horns that they have.
His eyes are going back there.
Our last stop in Animal Kingdom is going to be Dinosaur, and I'm so sad that Disney is going to be taking it out in 2024. We've done everything that we wanted to do in the park, so I think we're going to head over to Disney Springs for the evening. We are currently walking to Disney Springs. We got off at Saratoga Springs bus stop, and we're trying to figure out what we want to do for dinner. Something good with good portion sizes. We'll see how it goes. Driving a pumpkin around Disney Springs would be my absolute dream job. Hulu, if you're hiring, hook me up. We grabbed a table at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, and now we're going to listen to the live music over by the boathouse.